My name is Kiana Agosto, founder of Get Up, Show Up, Never Give Up. Season 3 of my podcast is going to be incredible. I'm going to break this interview into different segments. I'm going to be posting them every single Wednesday, weekly. Today is such an incredible opportunity to be able to interview Dr. Christopher Sletten here at Mayo Clinic. He's the director of the Pain Rehabilitation Center. This program changed my life completely. As you know and are aware of, I used to be in a wheelchair, and now I'm able to stand here and speak to you about my story and about the program that changed my life. We're going to go into depth with not only the program, but clinical research and insight from Christopher Sletten. He has over 25 years of experience in the Mayo Clinic, and he's dedicated his entire life to helping others find hope. You can follow Get Up, Show Up, Never Give Up on all streaming platforms, including social media, podcast, and go to getupshowupnevergiveup.store to purchase merchandise that is designed by yours truly. I want to make sure that this brand finds you and it finds people that it's intended to find. I want to make sure that you find hope and strength within yourself and find the resilience that lives within you. You're stronger than you think, and I want to ensure that you know that and to always believe in yourself and to get up, show up, and never give up, which is the phrase that I use every single day, proceeding to me coming here and getting better and being able to stand here and talk to you and bring all of this content to you. Much love to you all. Let's get started. Welcome back to the Get Up, Show Up, Never Give Up podcast, the place where real healing, resilience, and transformation take center stage. Today's conversation is one I'm deeply honored to share with you. We are speaking with one of the leading voices in pain rehabilitation and education, someone who has dedicated decades to helping people not just manage their pain, but reclaim their lives. My guest today is Dr. Christopher Sletten, PhD, ABPP, Director of the Pain Rehabilitation Center at Mayo Clinic's Florida campus. Dr. Sletten is board certified in clinical health psychology and has been with Mayo Clinic for over 25 years. He completed his PhD in clinical psychology and behavioral neurology at Louisiana State University, followed by residency and fellowship training at Mayo Clinic in Rochester. His work has focused on pain education treatment of chronic pain and advancing the understanding of Central Sensitization Syndrome, the leading theory behind many chronic pain conditions. He has served on the Mayo Integrated Pain Treatment Task Force, the Mayo Enterprise Opioid Work Group, and is a member of the American Academy of Pain Medicine. Simply put, his career has been dedicated to helping people understand pain in a new way and find hope again. Dr. Sletten, thank you so much for joining me today. It's truly an honor to have you on this podcast.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate being here.
Of course. I wanted to get into your personal path into pain rehabilitation.
Sure.
What originally drew you to this field and specifically to pain rehabilitation?
So I grew up in a medical family. My father was an orthopedic surgeon, and so I've always been drawn to healthcare and medicine. In fact, many of my early jobs were in a hospital as an orderly or nursing assistant. I was a biology major in college, and I had one last class to take before I graduated, and I had to take a liberal arts class. So I heard there was an easy A if I took developmental psychology. So I signed up for the class. To my dismay, the professor that gave easy A's was on sabbatical. I had another professor, Dr. Charlie Carlson, who was an early mentor of mine, who actually turned me on to the whole area of psychophysiology and the understanding of how mind and body can work together. And I participated with him on some research projects, and it really got me thinking more broadly about how we can help the human condition and how we can help humans with many of the difficulties they have. Well, around the same time, I was on summer break and working in the hospital. And there was a young man who was severely injured in a farming accident. And during the summer of trying to help take care of him, I noticed that the doctors and the nurses were working very hard on his wounds, trying to help him heal. But I saw a person isolated, alone, with chronic symptoms, growing increasingly depressed. And it sort of dawned on me that there needs to be more to the picture than just fixing the body. And that's really what sort of transitioned my thinking towards pain psychology versus medicine. And that led me then to LSU, where I got excellent training in behavioral medicine. And then my fellowship after that honed my expertise in chronic pain.
What an incredible story. And I can tell that you're so passionate about this. I can see it in your eyes. And that's something that really takes you so far. And that's why I feel like you've gotten so far in your career, because you truly are passionate about helping people to the core. It's not just surface.
Right. Thank you.
Of course. You've been at Mayo Clinic for over 2 decades. How has your perspective on pain treatment evolved since you began?
I don't know if evolution is necessarily the right word, but maybe maturing is a better word I would use, in that the core principles have always remained quite similar. Helping individuals manage the difficulties from a physical and emotional and psychosocial perspective really hasn't changed much in the past 3 decades of my career. But I feel like what has changed is an understanding of how that fits in the larger context of a person's life, and how, if we properly do this, we can really positively impact the person, but not only the person, their network, their family, their community. So I think the breadth of my thinking has grown over the years.
That's incredible. Thank you for sharing. Was there a moment or patient early in your career that solidified your passion for this work, other than that initial story you shared?
Sure. I don't know if it was one singular event. I think it was during my fellowship training, watching other professionals very deftly handle difficult situations and seeing patients work through the struggle and then gradually prevail and go on to have a better life. It was more of a conglomeration of early experiences than one singular one, but that struck me very distinctly early on, about how something that's seemingly, in some ways, mundane in terms of exercise and working on various aspects of a person functioning, when it's put together in the right blend, the right recipe, if you will, can really have a very potent outcome. I think that was the biggest impression on me.
Wow, I can only imagine. It definitely made a huge
It
impression.
did,
Look
yeah.
how far you've come.
Yeah.
That wraps up today's episode of the Get Up, Show Up, Never Give Up podcast, Season 3, in collaboration with the Mayo Clinic Pain Rehabilitation Center. This special series features Dr. Christopher Sletten, director of the incredible PRC team, and we'll be revealing each part of our conversation in weekly segments, released every Wednesday. Each week, you'll get a deeper look into the science of pain, the psychology of healing, and the power of resilience. If today's conversation brought you hope or a new perspective, share it with someone who needs to hear that recovery is possible, because you never know who's waiting for a reminder that healing can happen. You can catch every episode, explore the movement, and shop our motivational apparel at getupshowupnevergiveup.store. Remember, healing isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. So until next time, get up, show up, and never give up.